Facebook. We're Music Firsthand. My name is Becky Jo Neal.
And I'm Claude Ramey.
Holla back. And we're live from Austin Eastsiders. Give it up, y'all. Oh, my friend just walked in and her baby's clapping for us. Yay. Thank you, baby. All right.
The people on Facebook just saw me like I was trying to plug Austin Eastsiders, and I showed my glass, and then I brought my microphone up to my mouth.
It's okay. It's a Tuesday.
This will be my only one, I promise.
That's the third. Okay. We'd like to introduce y'all to a couple of really lovely dudes here from Seeker. I'm going to give a round of applause for them. You guys want to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yes, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Andoni.
Yes, and we are the co-founders of Seeker. And by the way, we are father and son.
You could. The handsomeness runs strong. It's true. What is Seeker? Give us your elevator pitch on what you guys do.
Seeker is a platform for fun, local, and social things to do in Austin.
Much like this event tonight.
Aww.
Stop it.
Yeah, they were at our show last week. It was really lovely having you guys.
That's
You have a good time?
We had an amazing time. We're hoping for a better time tonight.
Woo woo! I like that. He should work for us. Can we steal him? We're taking it. We want a hype man. Is there anything else you'd like to, what do you guys, is it like an app? You're on the internet? How do we find you?
We have a website, and it is seekeraustin.com.
Cool.
And the way that Seeker is spelled is S-E-E-K-R, without the E.
Fresh.
Because
Efficient.
all the cool startups are taking out letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tinder,
There you go.
Grindr. Yeah, the Lyft is with a Y.
Yeah.
Hip. Super hip. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give it up for the boys from
Thank
Seeker.
you very much.
Thank you, guys. Before we begin, we're really excited about this guest tonight. They are super fantastic and incredible, really talented. But we'd like to thank some sponsors. Obvi, Austin Eastsiders. I'm drinking the hopped tonight. It's pretty delicious.
With the hops, I'm having the lemon ginger. And, yeah, I wasn't told to endorse it, but it's really good.
We do it anyway because it's real. That's what real marketing is about. It's delicious. I can't stop. We also want to thank Nine Banded Whiskey, Fourth Tap Brewery, our good friends there. Tequila 512 is a new sponsor of ours. We got the tequila train going now. Woo! We're going to start blacking out. It's going to be music blackouts now. Oh, no.
All right, no more hard liquor sponsors. We get it now.
We got the whiskey and the tequila. We got all the fun ones. And we'd like to thank our Patreons. Obviously, you guys are incredible. Our amazing VIPs and concert club goers. Really appreciate all of you. We've got some Airbnb people in the house, too, so shout out to them. Hey! Thanks so much for joining us. Claude, would you like to introduce our lovely musical guest?
I would love to. I'm super excited to be interviewing them today, tonight, this evening. We'll go with that.
It's like brunch, today.
Give it up for the Belle sounds.
Thank you. We're happy to be here. Thanks, you guys. We're going to start off with a song called Inside Out, which my friend Johnny Gowdy says is my what does he call it? My State of the Union, I guess. I guess it came from a prompt, but I'll tell you about the prompt later. But it's a little intense, but here we go. Inside Out. Pills, the booze, the sugar, the news, we take it in. And every night is what we choose again and again. We're bleeding from the inside out. We're bleeding from the inside out. The politics of idiots, we let it go. The dumbing down of common things we used to know. We're bleeding from the inside out. We're bleeding from the inside out. America. bleeding from the inside out. Hey! The meth, the tar with blackened lung, we breathe it in. The grease, the porn, the bottles of amphetamine, we bleed from the inside out. We're bleeding from the inside out. America, we're bleeding from the inside out. We're bleeding from the inside. We're bleeding from the inside. We're bleeding from the inside out. We're bleeding from the inside. We're bleeding from the inside. We're bleeding from the inside out. The pills, the booze, the sugar, the news, we take it in. And every night, it's what we choose again and again.
Thank you. Keep it going for the Belle sounds, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, that was pretty. You guys are from California.
Oh yeah.
So I
We're
want
those people.
No. Actually, my question is because I have a friend
Tomatoes
from.
start coming at us.
Never. Not like anyone in here is not a transplant. Liars.
Yeah.
We've been here
Thieves.
14 years. So.
Yeah, you're not. No, that's not. So I guess my question is, are you a California burritos person or a Texas taco person?
Oh, tacos.
Tacos.
I always took all the other crap out of the burrito and just had the meat and the salsa and everything.
Yeah, they do
anyway.
like French fries in there. Like that's some white people shit.
They don't have breakfast tacos.
That sounds
They
good.
don't understand breakfast tacos. in
Yeah,
Cali-
they
I mean,
don't-
they're like weird.
Yeah, they're catching on like in San Diego and beachy
getting the
towns and
fads.
stuff. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
catching on. They have the taco trucks.
The taco truck. I mean, I feel
Yes.
like it's like a fleet. Every major cool hip city has a fleet of taco
Oh, yeah.
trucks
Yeah.
that compete.
It's funny though because when we lived in California, we ate like seafood, all the
Right.
time, and we ate all really healthy. And then we moved here, and we were like red meat all the time.
Yes, because I don't even know it.
Barbecue.
Texas
Oh, we-
invented red meat.
We moved
Yes.
right down the street from what now is closed. Thank God it's closed. But Art's Rib House, which is like a block
best.
down from where we live, and it was a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous thing.
For
We
your
could
poor
smell
cholesterol.
it calling us like a snake.
I live next to a bar. I'm from Kansas City, so I lived next to many a barbecue joint. But like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you would breathe it in, and you're like, you just get like high blood pressure. Like it was like it's like the grease trap hasn't been cleaned, and you can like taste.
Oh, yeah. You can taste it.
I'm still hungry though. I don't care. Like I'd still eat.
There
the
are
hell
sliders
out
out of that truck if anyone wants them.
of that. It's true. It's true. You two met at Lilith Fair, right?
No.
Is that what was in your bio? Like you met.
Oh,
you
that's-
played first at Lilith Fair together. That's what it was.
We did. We did not meet there. That would have been a miracle because it was about 99% women.
I was gonna say like that might be the first like heterosexual relationship to come out of Lilith Fair. Like,
No, it did not start there. Our musical career
Yes.
together began at Lilith Fair, kind of. So I had another band. He had another band. I met him at a bar. Literally, I went to a place in San Francisco that I had never been in my life before, called the Bottom of the Hill. It's a great music club. And I don't know why I was determined to go to this place on this particular night. I didn't know who was playing. I didn't know why I wanted to go there. But I walked in and I saw him. I walked in and I ordered a whiskey. And I looked over and I saw him over by the stage. And I said to my friends, "Oh, he's why I came here tonight." And they said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "I came to meet this guy tonight." So I walked right over to him. I was very confident that that's exactly why I'd come.
I
to
like
that
how
place.
you remember the drink you ordered in your falling in
Oh,
love
I
story.
love it.
At the time, it was Crown
I'm like,
Royal.
okay, I'm invested. Yeah.
At the
I
time,
get it now.
was the sweeter bourbon whiskey. Yeah. And I went over and introduced myself and said, I think I came here to meet you tonight. And that was pretty much history from that point. 20 years
That's
later,
so
here
romantic.
we are. So.
Yeah.
I like a woman who knows what she wants. She's like, you, mine, we're going. Here's my phone number.
I mean,
No,
when
she
you're
didn't give me
not.
your number.
But anyway, so
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
elusive.
Let's
Yeah.
all go try
Cloud
that
of
out this
smoke.
weekend.
Yeah.
Find me.
Well, she
What?
said, she's like, I'm playing this gig next week, you know, at
Oh,
this other
yeah.
club. She's like, I'm a musician, come see me.
Talk
And I
in the
was
mic, or they
hello,
can't.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if you want to see me, come to my gig. So,
See?
all
I
right,
didn't give him my phone number.
I'll be there.
I trusted
And
that.
then-
And we
and then
didn't
I met
have
her
cell
parents.
phones. We had beepers, y'all.
I love that. You had to make him
We had
work for it.
pagers.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to be at this place at this time.
Yeah, I
Did
was
you
like,
meet your
if you
parents
wanna
that
see
night?
me, you have to come see me with my
No, it was
other
like a week
band
later.
and see if you
Performing,
can
yeah.
hang
So you
with
just
who
have to
I am.
silently watch me.
Yes.
So he came, and my parents, who are sitting right here, who have since
Hi, Mom
moved
and Dad.
from California to Austin with us,
Woo!
they
Again,
are
transplant.
obviously at all of our gigs, which is lovely, but they were at
Still.
that gig too. So he
Yes.
walks in to Cafe du Nord in San Francisco, and we haven't even gone on a date yet. And he walks in, and they were there early, and he was there early, and I was like, "Oh, Andre, here, meet my parents."
Like, what is this?
0 to 60.
Yeah. So anyway, we went on a date, and here we are.
It's a very Puritan courtship, I think.
Yes.
Yes. You're like
Yeah.
2 fitted calves and a goat for your daughter's hand.
Yeah.
But to get back quickly to the Lilith Fair, so we were both in separate bands. We swore we shouldn't play together because it was the kiss of death.
Right.
If you play music with your loved one, you're breaking up for sure. It was the end of it. So we're like, no. But then I broke up my other band, and I entered the contest to be in the Lilith Fair, and I got into the finals, which was in front of like 500, 600 people in Union Square, and I had to have a trio. So I asked, so we kind of ended, long story short, we ended up playing together just for that one gig.
Just this
Except
one
for that
time.
we won.
Yeah.
We
Right.
won. So then
we won
here
the
we are.
thing.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I just love that. You call your sound, or it's been described as seductive folk pop.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like that.
That's the coolest. I mean, we've had a
Yeah.
lot of like people come in and like, oh yeah, we are, Alaskan armadillo emo, and we're like, what? I don't know.
That's my favorite genre.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Big fan,
really
big fan.
it's really obscure. You probably haven't heard of it, but I just think that's amazing. How did you guys I don't know, develop your set? Like, where did your sound come from? Like, where?
I think it comes from just how many different types of music we both love, and just that we both love a really lush sound, no matter how we're doing it. Now, you know, most of these people haven't seen our full band, which is five-piece band. Keyboard player, female keyboard player, Emily Shirley, amazing. Greg Hagan, both of them sing. Drummer sings, Jim Eccles. So everybody's badass, and it's an amazing band. So we're just representing the husband-wife front of this particular entity, but the sound of the band is just ginormous and beautiful and lush, and it's like
Yeah, your harmonies are.
it's sexy
stunning.
rock. It's like sexy rock, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know about the folk part so much, but it's pop and rock and like sexy and vibey, you know.
Vibey.
And I think it just comes from I mean, look at his pedal board. It's
This
like
is intense. Yeah.
he even has a pedal called like the sex. What is it called, babe?
The Echo Sex.
Echo Sex. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing. We thought about calling ourselves like Echo Sex Rock.
Sex. That's genius. Now I'm like, there's so many blinky lights and buttons. It's just straight up mesmerizing.
Cool.
I can't. I mean, the
Don't
the
carelessly
harmony.
step off your stool.
I know.
Yeah, actually,
I'll just
Becky
fall.
Joe, you should try it and see what happens. Just press one of those
Yeah, that's
things.
where art comes from.
Don't do that.
They're gonna cut back, and I'm gonna be over here hunched over, like fiddling with all the buttons. I know, like the harmony, that full harmony sound. Like I grew up in choir too, so I
Yeah.
totally know like that goosebumpy,
Oh, yeah.
like feel your chest all warm when the harmonies
We
are
have
perfect.
two choir teachers right here in the audience.
Oh hi!
AISD,
Shout out to choir.
Eastside and Reagan Memorial representing choir teachers here
Represent.
right now.
Thank
Oh,
goodness. Keep choir in schools.
Yes.
I didn't expect that to get a look. Okay, yeah, now we're political. Woo! Music firsthand marches with teachers. Okay. But I have a friend who, she's a little eccentric. She's a cast member friend of mine at Follies. Ted's, and one of my Follies cast members is here. You'll know Rachel one time came up to us. She was like, "Did y'all ever harmonize with the vacuum machine?" And we were like, "No, we had siblings, only child, weirdo. Who harmonized?" She's like in there with Eureka, like, "Boo, ah, ah,"
Oh,
like,
that's totally a thing I do. Yeah.
yes?
That
Yeah.
could be a thing.
See, it's an only child thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm an only. Yeah, the microwave too, because it has.
The little hum.
Yeah, it has like 2 tones, and then you try to make a chord out of it.
You have a whole band.
You know, I make my own fun. Don't worry about me.
Make your own kind of music, Claude.
Yeah.
It's super normal.
I live a full life.
I've thought about sampling the washing machine or dryer as it
Yeah.
goes, sampling the rhythm of it, you know, kind of making
Have you
something
ever looked
out
at like those there's a I can't remember what the name of it is now, but it's about like sound design and the crazy things people do to get the sound of rain or like footsteps, and they're all they're not real. Like rain is usually frying bacon or something like the Velcro sounds for things that aren't neither Velcro at all. Like it's very weird. I encourage. I don't know if we can find that YouTube video. I'm just kidding, but it's very interesting. Side note. I don't know where that came from, but you guys just did TV Radio Live with one of our alumni, Brian Pounds. Like Austin, Texas, we're doing Radio Live. Shout out to Brian Pounds. Brian
Love
Pounds
him.
makes me sad. What was that like?
Oh, to do that radio show?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun, except for that there's something outside in that oak garden. I don't know if it's the misters or what, but I've done the show a couple times and I've lost my voice halfway through each time.
No.
I think it's like an asthma meets allergy meets mister meets just like not supposed to be singing in that particular place.
Yeah, these Austin allergies are not a joke.
Yeah.
It's-
So it's
yeah.
fun.
Very
It's fun,
real.
but then you're like, I'm on the radio and I have no low range, so I'll just sing everything really high.
Just like full Ariana Grande the whole time.
But yes, pretty much. But they're really cool. Like you guys, we have such a cool community of radio and supportive
true.
people between KUTX,
Amen.
Co-op, Sun Radio, all these people that we have in Austin. It's amazing. They get like so behind the local artists.
Yeah.
It's really great.
This community is like thicker than thieves in a lot of
yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other. Everybody wants to support each other. It's not like a competitive thing. It's a collaborative thing.
In music and in comedy.
It's true. We're all just so. On that note, do you want to do another song for the musicians?
Yeah, man.
Give it up for
All
the Belle
right.
Sounds.
Let's do Like a Villain. So I have, you guys are going to know this very quickly about me. I write very dark subjects, but I write them in a really poppy, catchy way. So you'll just be like this, and you're like, wow, she's singing about panic attacks. That's awesome. No, please.
It's not working now.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that's a very like country music thing. Like I'll be listening to country music and be like, this is such a happy. Oh wait, he's singing about a divorce.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a queen of this for a long, long time. You can go way back, you know. But so this is literally what it's about. But for you, it could be about whatever you want it to be. And it's called Like a Villain. And we just made an incredible music video that is the best piece of art I've ever done in my life. And it's on the Belle Sounds website. You can get it on YouTube or whatever. But it's amazing what we did with our friend Barbara Frigere. So check it out. Because we took it and like broke it down to some pretty avant-garde, like climbing inside my head in a really avant-garde way. I need to stand. No. I need to sit in between. But thank you, Mama. See how she watches out for me? Still watching out for me at 40 years old. So anyway, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My mortal enemy, something I can't see, sneaks up inside of me, takes me for a ride. It's having so much fun, me with my weapons drawn, never a battle won, it's the beast that won't die. What's the worst that could happen? That could happen to me. Takes my breath like a villain, steals my heartbeat. Come look inside my mind, it's in there all the time. The more I draw the line, the more it comes around. You wanna show me how to kill it here and now. You got your dagger out, now it's nowhere to be found. What's the worst that could happen? That could happen to me. Takes my breath
just my heartbeat. It's just my heartbeat. It's just my heartbeat. It's just my heartbeat. It's just my heartbeat. Like a villain. Like a villain. Like a villain. Like a villain. What's the worst that could happen? That could happen to me. Takes my breath like a villain. Steals my heart. Thank you.
Cool. Come on, Belle sounds. Yeah, that video is truly remarkable. It is straight up stunning. I'm a weird. I like when I do my showgirl face. I'm like covered in rhinestones and and lashes for days. So I was really curious to figure out how much time you spent in a chair.
Well, we only had actually about a half an hour max in between each.
Whew.
Yeah, so we had the best hair and makeup people on the planet.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it was intense. Like they were coming up and like sort of screaming at us like to hurry, and I'm like, you don't understand. I had to get in the shower naked with 4 people as they scrubbed me down from the last thing, and then, you know.
This is traumatizing. Can I have a minute?
Yeah, can I just get a minute? You know, so we
Just
were all
1
working
minute.
together, like sticking things on my face, and you know, I was doing my eye makeup while someone else was putting, you know, rhinestones on me and
It was.
putting.
I mean, seriously, when you guys look at the video, there's. I would have no way. 30 minutes for each one
It
of
was
those.
crazy.
Wow.
That's,
It was
that's
crazy,
insane.
yeah.
It's truly beautiful. Also, you were like rocking some super cute wedge heels.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
always play in heels?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am woman, hear me roar. I totally believe in that. I feel like I am a relatively klutzy, I'm very clumsy. I fall a lot. I fell this weekend. I fell down the stairs yesterday. So,
Well, just earlier you were talking about
Yes.
like, oh, I fell over and hurt myself, and the response from I forgot who was like, oh yeah, you already told us about that. And
Yeah,
you're
it was like,
no,
oh,
it's
no.
a different one this time.
yeah, that was my face. This time I fell on my ass.
Oh, okay.
One was a bike, these were stairs.
You know,
No, but both times an animal tripped me. I think maybe I have
animal.
some sort of
yeah.
karma. I
Sure,
don't know.
blame it on
Yeah,
the animal.
I have that animal too.
Yeah, like in a previous life, I probably like kicked a puppy, and now I'm paying for it because
Mm-hmm.
puppies and cats will be trip me forever. But do you like? I guess like, do you feel like you? I don't know. I feel like a need to wear heels on stage when I perform. Obviously not right now. These are kind of heels, sort of.
Yeah, they got a heel.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who has that like sort of need. Do you have like you have to have certain
I
makeup
mean-
or anything?
I'm only 5'6", and I like to be 5'8" personally.
Yeah.
So any way I can get there. But you know, I don't know if he loves it because I tower over him. Then you know, but
You look good.
you could wear heels too, babe.
That's right, I could.
You
Yeah.
could.
Some
You have the
Cuban heels.
choice. Yeah.
Why the hell not? You're in a rock band.
I mean, boots are just heels for men.
Prince,
Yeah.
Prince
That's
treats.
right.
Whenever I'm wearing cowboy boots, I'm just like, I feel.
Oh yeah.
I don't think this
He
was their
just-
intent, but like walking on a hard surface
Yeah.
in cowboy boots.
And it makes
He
your ass
needs,
look
he
good.
needs a pedal board friendly shoe.
That's true. But I mean, it was really impressive watching you use your pedals in wedges. That was, I don't know if the frame is that wide, but it's pretty cool watching some woman in wedges be like, click, and know exactly where it is. It's pretty dope. You also are good friends with Julia Malanta and Wendy Colano, who are
Yes.
both alumni of
Yeah.
ours. Yeah.
Play music with both of them.
What is it like collaborating with some fabulous lady musicians of Austin?
You know, we've been collaborating with so many different musicians since we moved here, and we've played in so many people's bands. We're playing with Wendy and our friend Roger Len Smith both at the Saxon this weekend as bandmates, you know. So we do that a lot. We kind of come as a pair often.
Yeah, a little unit.
It's like a package deal, you know.
Package.
But no, they're great. I mean, we have so much talent, and in San Francisco, it was a little bit more like competitive, or like, you know, they'd be like, "Don't steal my bass player, bitch," you know, and you're like, "Okay, I won't." Like, but can we
Right.
all just get along, you know? And
But
here
I don't
it's
understand
like
that. Yeah.
everybody plays 10 gigs, you know, a week with various people, and
It's
it's
too hot to
really-
care.
It's
Yeah.
too hot
That's
to
what
care.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and it's. I feel you get so much more done as a community when you like celebrate each other as opposed to just. I mean, I don't know. Like as far as like cutthroat music communities go, I feel like because there's so much music here. It's not like there's a shortage of opportunities, really.
Yeah.
And you want to be the best, so you work with the best to get there.
Yeah.
Every time I just get all the like good weepy feels about Austin and this little sweet artist.
I still have them. I know it's changed a lot, but I still have those weepy. I love it here. I mean, it's more expensive, but it's a blast. I mean, you can get, and like it took us, 15 minutes to get over here from the other,
Yeah.
It's not like in the Bay Area we had to cross 8 bridges to get anywhere, and if there's traffic like on any one of those bridges or anything happens, you're just screwed and you're not getting anywhere.
Did you hear about the dude in LA who like shut down traffic on the one highway that everyone has to use all the time? He like climbed
You were
up
looking
on.
to me. I had no idea.
It's too big and the people are too pretty. I don't like LA. But this guy like climbed up one of those like advertising things, the really big ones, and he stopped traffic there for like 3 hours. And he was on this like cartoon-like goose chase with the cops at the top. And then they put out those weird inflatable marshmallow blob things like from.
This sounds like an
summer
opportunity
camp.
for yakety sex.
Yeah. See, there we go. And then he literally just leapt off and made this whole traffic jam happen for 4 hours in the worst traffic in the world. I don't know why.
Wow.
I thought that was like pretty dope. It's like the dude that took the plane this week.
That'll be his legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that took the plane.
That's like haunting me still.
It is because the audio of the
I know,
the radio
it's
is
really
so like
hard to listen to that.
it's
He's like, I just want to
oddly,
do
like
a couple.
charming and sad. I'm like,
The
this
guy
dude
who
is.
took the plane. I
He's
don't
like, I
understand.
just want to do a couple more maneuvers, and he's like
It's
doing.
like, do you think I
flips
could do a backflip?
I know.
Dude,
It's a horrible story.
It's not a fighter jet. Like he's like trying to barrel roll. Like what was it, a 747 or
I
something?
have no idea what you're talking about.
This guy who was like in air traffic. I think it was not the.
No,
like,
he just was
He's
a
like a
guy
bad
doing
guy.
ground
He's a bad
crew.
guy, and he hijacked a plane.
Oh, he dreamed a dream. You know what? Good for him.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go out,
He just stole it. There wasn't even anyone in it. He just
Yeah.
stole it, and he did loop.
Oh yeah, there was no one in it. Yeah, screw it. Have
And he
your
had
fun.
only ever just played a video game. He had never been in a cockpit.
yeah,
and
he
flown
was
a
like,
plane.
I played a couple video games. I
Well,
know.
That's how the 9/11 terrorists learned. So.
Yeah, and I mean, the video games are pretty good.
I don't know why I had to take it to 9/11.
Damn it,
But
Claude,
speaking of
always
that,
bring it.
speaking of despair, like you mentioned, how you like to you write about heavy topics. Something I really liked about the About section of your website is that it mentions that after y'all moved to Austin, for 3 years you were really depressed and you just didn't really create anything. I actually really appreciated that detail about you were a successful, accomplished musician before this, and then
Right.
for 3 years you just didn't create. And
Yeah.
then when you decided to include that in the official bio, were you thinking that was like an inspirational thing? Because I was kind of inspired by it.
I mean, it's a big part of my story because I guess like, moving somewhere, if you've moved like major move after having a whole life and a whole set of friends and a whole career somewhere or whatever, and then you basically, we were opening for Bob Dylan and big people in San Francisco. We were doing big things, but we loved Austin and we wanted to own a home and we wanted to like kind of restart in a place that we knew we would be able to live forever and have a home. So we moved here and knew that we were going to be like bottom of the totem pole, and we were going to have to start again, and it was a little daunting. And then we both had to get day jobs, so I got a day job in like this, I don't even want to say because they've got some bad karma, but anyway. I
Now
got
I
a day
really
job
wanna
that took a lot out of me.
It's Papa John's.
And that would be awesome, but no, it's not. So anyway, I was just fried, and I didn't want to pick up my guitar, and I got inward. And he was doing all kinds of musical stuff because he's a recording engineer and he's a teacher at a college for recording. So he was like doing his thing, and I was kind of jealous. Like, how can I do that? But I can't. Like, I'm working my job, and then I'm just tired. So I just went inside myself, and it was a very unusual place for me because, as you can tell, I'm not that shy.
Yeah, she's got a lot of glitter on. She seems to be very.
I wear like a lot of glitter.
Amen, sister.
So it was weird, and about a couple years in, I just hadn't played any gigs, and I talked to a life coach friend of ours, and she said, just do one thing every week that gets you back towards your goal. One thing, like go on Craigslist and find a bass player to join you and Andre, or do something, It was like, one single thing per week just to feel like that momentum.
Yeah.
And it made so much sense then. It didn't seem so overwhelming. It was like, yes, I get
accomplish
it.
one thing. I
One
can do the
thing,
one
and then it
thing.
brought me back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But then you look back at all the one things you did, and you're like, I did a lot of one things.
yeah, and then like a friend of ours in LA, speaking of all the pretty people, she was working on a TV show at the time, and coincidentally, like the kind of our paths like reconnected, and she contacted me after years and said, hey, I want to use your song in this TV show. And it was like this big TV show on ABC at the time. And so it was kind of like, oh, people remember me and I'm loved. And it was like, okay, you can do this. And it kind of gave me like the little bit of, and then, so I was back.
I'm reading a self-help book right now, and she calls it giving yourself gold stars.
Yeah, man.
She's like, everybody liked gold stars on their papers when they were kids, and she's like, if you can give yourself your own gold stars, then that's an upward motion.
Yeah,
Also, I just admitted to everyone I'm reading
all
a
about it.
self-help
I
book.
mean, we got to celebrate what we love to do in our lives, and that's why coming back, I felt even more in love with music, and I was like, now I want to do something really that makes my soul happy, and that's eventually how we got to the Belle sound. So here we are.
Wow, that's genius. And you opened up for Bob Dylan and Wilco, but when I was reading your bio, my favorite was Jewel.
Oh, yeah.
Jewel.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We met her.
strange
She
obsession
came up
with
and
her.
watched our show on the lawn, and she sat in front of us and watched our show, and then we walked down with her. And yeah, she was a nice woman. But it was all that Lilith Fair time. It was like all those, I mean, I sang on a mic with Natalie Merchant at the Lilith Fair,
I'm trying to think I'm remembering who all was in Lilith Fair, and I can't think of anyone who didn't seem like they would just be a wonderful person to me
Oh,
in
yeah.
real
No,
life.
it was an incredible group of people. Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, Sarah
put it on.
McLachlan's a
Right.
total jerk. Let me tell you.
Hates animals.
If you're not a dog or a cat, she is not putting up with you.
I don't have time for you.
right.
Get away from me.
Oh, my
She's
God.
probably sending those dogs and cats to trip me. That's what she's
That's
doing.
what it
That's yeah.
Bitch. No.
She and I had done a show together for Bill Clinton's 50th birthday party. That's how old I am. And we had done this show together, and it was just us and Nicolette Larson, who used to sing backups with Neil Young. And it was just an incredible, intimate show. And so I met her there, and before Lilith Fair, it was the year before, and she goes, hey, I'm thinking of starting this, women-fronted, concerts thing, and would you be interested in doing it? And I was like, yeah. Well, I didn't recontact her, and I ended up playing it without any help from Sarah McLachlan. But
awesome.
it was kind of bizarre to be
It was
like,
true and meant to be.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You were meant to be at Lilith Fair.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I like that. I had this thought today, my current, this question is weird, but your least favorite current Austin hipster trend? I know you Facebooked about that you like the scooters. I hate the scooters. And that's mostly a drunk people trend right
Okay,
now.
I hate when the scooters don't follow general agreed upon
Right.
rules.
There's so many rules.
But,
Your scooter off my lawn.
but it's a hot climate. We're a fairly walkable city. I feel like it's a
not that
not
bad.
terrible idea to work with that.
Right. If you're
concept.
just trying to get to
I
your
don't
car
have a
from the
joke about
parking
that.
garage.
I'm just arguing in favor of scooters.
I feel like they should have breathalyzers.
this is
though.
intelligence squared.
You can't operate it if you are over the. Because I work on 6th
Yeah.
Street, and I have seen so many people eat shit on those things.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
saw
I
one the
think,
other
but
day.
6th Street.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're on 6th Street, eat your shit. I don't.
You're already.
They
You're
even
drinking out of the. You're
they
drinking
even
the
clo-
water.
They close it off to cars. We'll just do some Darwinism
That's the
here.
word. I saw a couple on there doing donuts right in front of the barricades.
Unless you're on 6th Street
Wait,
for
you mean on a
Esther's
scooter?
Follies or the Velveeta Room, then
Scooter
by all
donuts?
means, we love
yeah,
you very much.
they were just scooting
donuts.
in circles, and this cop was trying to get their attention, and I can just imagine them zooming because they were both screaming, and so I'd be like, ah, ma'am, ah, sir, and
Please,
just
stop.
So what is your least favorite, and I guess that's not really a trend, but least favorite current Austin
I mean,
hipster trend?
I just hate the segways, but I don't know if that's a hipster thing. I just think they're just
they just make it look so
everybody on a
doofy.
Segway looks like a total freaking dork. I can't.
It's so true.
I'm sorry, the
I think
Segways
it's
are
the
not okay.
shape. These big dumb
And
wheels.
the helmets. It's the shape and the helmets. And
Oh.
then everybody's faces as they're on it. It's like a dog, with a little bit of wind in its
And you
face.
can tell they're
they're
flexing their abs.
So
trying
I'm fine with the scooters, but whom I can't stand is the Segways.
Yes, that's what the Segways are the bad
Oh,
ones.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm catching up. Okay, because you're. I thought we were still on scooters, but
We're
I'm
on
glad
Segways,
we're on the
man.
same with the
Can't
Segway.
stand it.
Because they're going like 3 miles an hour, but they
know.
have this assumed right of way.
know.
Like, oh, I bothered to use my legs, but yeah, you go ahead.
They do
and-
look weirdly like pretentious.
Yeah.
Like it's like a big dumb wheelie pogo stick. Although shout out do you see the Seg?
They look like
Segs?
fun, though, I'll be
that
honest.
mini series. There's a mini series on Amazon Prime called Segs featuring a bunch of Austin comedians. It was shot here and it's very good. So
Why-
shout out to that.
How do they work segues into the?
It's a TV show about people who run Segway tours.
Oh, it's like fictional. Okay. I thought
And
it was
it's
like comedians in
hysterical.
cars getting coffee, but
No.
they're on segways instead.
Segs.
One time I had a gig where I played on the duck boat.
Oh my God, yes.
But you have to sit backwards and face the audience as they're facing forward. So it's like just basically all you can do to not hurl the entire time.
Right.
Because you're like playing music, the thing's going, and then you get in the water, and then you're like, what the hell's going on? And then you get back on the ground, and it's like you're kind of winded, and people aren't really listening to you because they're on a duck boat. So why should there be live music anyway?
That
It's
sounds like a
Austin.
great idea on paper.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
it's Austin. We'll have
know what
live
we'll
music
do.
on the death boat.
It's like, I should not be
Like,
here.
oh, this isn't working.
Someone's like,
hurl.
and this is the historic Pecan Street, and you're like,
I in college I had an internship at they're not there anymore because recession, but a design firm on 6th Street, and it was like clockwork. About like 3 o'clock every day, I'd be sitting there and I'd hear, and here's Austin's famous 6th Street. I'm like, oh, is it 3? Okay.
it's 3. It's you've like Pavloved yourself. Every time it happens, you just go get a bagel, and now you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Because everyone around the duck boat's on the tour as well.
Yeah, it's true. Do you want to do your segment?
Sure, I'll do my
Some fun
segment.
segments.
I like to do a little segment I like to call Claude Goes on a Tangent. I don't because I don't really know what it is.
Can I get my East Sider cider?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Shout out.
Who am I to get in the way of Austin East Sider cider? It's an empty glass, but
delicious.
it's because I drank it.
lemon ginger.
Ka-ching! This is something I like to research the band, and I will quiz y'all on some trivia questions related to you. I noticed that April 13th is the Belle Sounds Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just came and went this year. But
Not for
We
me.
had a big party.
I always
yeah.
get depressed after the holidays. But so I decided to look at. I just want if y'all want to know like what you're competing with holiday-wise. So April 13th is also Blue and Green Day.
Well, the album cover is blue and green.
Oh, see, you already thought it through.
Yeah?
Branding. So Blue and Green Day is a day meant to bring attention to A, environmental stewardship, B, organ donation, or C, pedestrian safety.
Segways.
That's the actual answer. No.
We choose. This is like that game.
You need to know
This
this
is
if
like
you're
that
gonna.
game
Yeah.
where my dad cheats.
I love
okay.
that game. That's where he gives us the answer and we have to figure out the
Yeah,
question.
the dictionary game where you have to, or whatever. Okay, so
Balderdash.
it's either pedestrian safe, blue and green day, environmental, or what was the first one?
Environmental stewardship, organ donation, or pedestrian safety.
Why would it be organ
I
donation?
like stewardship. That sounds good.
But aren't
Yeah,
those the
I'll let
colors of
Andre
the
pick this
list?
one.
I'm going, A.
A, environmental stewardship. The answer is organ donation.
Because isn't that like you're on a
So
blue
close.
list
I
or
don't
a
know-
green list?
I don't
think
know
that's, isn't that
blue
what
and
that
green.
is?
I just thought like that tends to be the colors of people donating organs.
Oh!
Hey-yo!
It's the color of your skin when you really need one.
Keeping it
Yeah.
macabre
Yeah.
here at Music First
When it's
Take.
getting dire.
April 13th is also which of these boring holidays? International Skeptics Day, National Plastics Manufacturing Day, or President Millard Fillmore Day?
Plastics for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It is A, International Skeptics Day.
What the hell holiday is that?
So-
what
well,
do you do with that?
I knew it was rigged.
I don't believe you.
yeah, a
first of all,
bunch
so
of people just
I wrote-
don't show up.
so-
I can't believe it would be National Skeptics Day.
I didn't believe it for a
International
second.
Skeptics
There's no
Day.
way that's
No way.
possible.
Well,
No.
Too many
actually,
skeptics.
because I wrote this question and then did more research and didn't feel like writing another question. International Skeptics Day is actually the first Friday the 13th of the year, which is a weirdly superstitious day to celebrate skeptics, but But yeah, you
Yeah,
were.
what do they just break mirrors and walk under ladders all day? And it's like,
Yeah.
like, go home.
But yes, you were right to doubt that. Good for you.
Yeah, I doubted it. I still do.
Third and final question. April 13th is also Make Lunch Count Day, which is a day.
I always
Isn't
make
that
lunch.
every day?
now.
Yeah, we need a purge. We have too much time. But who was this cider for, by the way?
I don't even know.
Oh, I wasn't hinting, but
God forbid.
Poor thing.
fine.
Where did it come from? Like, did I black out?
I thought it was yours. Okay. Well, anyways.
Heaven.
Austin East ciders.
No. That was it.
That's the noise I make when I'm drinking cider.
You baby.
Make Lunch Count Day, April 13th. Back to the serious conversation. It's a day that encourages people not to eat at their desk at work.
Sorry.
It was
Only people laugh.
It was started by the National Cardiac Health Association as part of their work-life balance initiative.
Wow.
B, the American Board of Workplace Morale. Or C, TGI Fridays.
I so hope it's C, but I'm going to go with A. I really want it to be C, though.
You should follow your heart. It's C.
Yeah.
TGI
Really?
Fridays. They created a national holiday as part of a marketing campaign.
So people can choose other restaurants over
They
TGI
have
Fridays.
that much
to go
power?
with their
I don't think it
coworkers
worked
to?
very well, which I guess, people would rather eat in a gray cube than in a TGI Fridays. Kind of
Yeah.
backfired on them.
Oh, poor TGI. I worked at a TGI Fridays for a hot minute in high school. Yeah.
What do they look like? Like, I haven't been in, like,
They look
15
like your
years.
standard Flair restaurant, red and white.
I
and
would have thought they
black.
would have done, like, the warehouse look by now that all the
Oh,
restaurants with Edison
right.
bulbs. And,
Yes, very like mid-century modern.
Yeah, they're still doing the crap on the walls thing. They're
yeah,
going to
where
ride
they
that
like
to the grave.
repurpose. Like TGI Fridays repurposes like 1980s
Chime
yearbooks.
in if you have thoughts on TGI Fridays. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you're on the road, you take what you can get. You know?
It's true.
Like Chili's looks really
Y'all
yeah.
can sit
good.
down. We have thoughts about chain restaurants.
Chili con queso anywhere. Also, the TGI Fridays did make a really good Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, but then half of them closed. So
Honest to God,
Who
the
knows?
bloomin' onion is delicious. Or awesome blossom. They're the same thing. But
Anywhere when you get to a city and you can still have a cocktail and have a good meal or something,
Yeah.
it's like
and if
if
it's
Outback
a
and
cocktail
Chili's
served,
want to do a bidding war on sponsorship,
it's a cocktail made
Don't let
by
me
some
stand in
guy
the way.
who has to flip the drink
Oh,
3,000
yeah.
times to spin it off his elbow.
Yeah.
And like he's like, he looks you in the eye and he's like, I went to Juilliard, and he's just like flipping. Like, okay, Terrence.
when we were moving out to Austin from California, we stopped in this little town in New Mexico, which not sure remember what was it called?
Gallup.
Gallup. Well,
why was there a
So they were
groan
with-
from
so
what do
we-
we know about Gallup?
so my parents were with us and my sister was with us because we had a moving truck, our van, and our truck, and we were all in tow, like together. We were all together. And so we all stopped in Gallup, and we were like, all of us were like, where can we get a drink? We've been driving for 9 hours or whatever. Let's get a drink somewhere. And like nobody, like there was like a truck stop where we could get a terrible, terrible steak. And and like I think we were allowed to go in their beer refrigerator and get a beer out of the thing. That was all we had, was a beer and a terrible steak. And then we went back to the hotel, and then the next morning we read the paper and it said murder at the truck stop, like where we had just been having dinner.
Wait, was
Someone
the
got
headline
stabbed.
"Murder at the Truck
Murder
Stop"?
at the truck stop, and it was like
It's a small enough
That's our
town that the
next
headline
song.
can just be "the truck stop,"
It's
and everyone's
the
like,
truck
"Oh,
stop."
well, yeah, figures."
They're like, oh, again? You know?
What do you think they have? Like, the good truck stop or the bad
Yeah.
truck stop? There's not a good truck stop.
So
There
yeah,
is in
yeah,
Gallup.
yeah. So when we get TGI Fridays or something, we're like, yeah, babies, like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love that segment. I think that's great. Also, I'm still TGI Fridays trying to make morale happen. I have a couple questions for you before
the
we
sun
go
is
into
like
your
right
second
there,
song.
and I'm really finding my
You look
light
beautiful
right
there.
now.
I mean, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I mean, Claude.
It was with me for a minute, and I just sweat myself to death. Now
Oh,
it's with him, and he's
yeah.
gorgeous. So we're gonna do 2 more songs. Are you guys ready to do 2 more?
Yeah.
Solid. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the Belle sounds.
All right. We've talked about Netflix, and we've talked a lot about death. So here's a combination. Just for Claude. I write a lot of songs based on the fact that I watch a lot of TV. Not afraid to say it. Andre doesn't really like it so much, but I watch a lot. And I binge watched, well, he did watch it with me, the Dexter. Dexter, good old Dexter. So I wrote a little pop song ode to a serial killer here. This is called Golden Boy. So this is kind of, if you watch that series ever, this is coming from the perspective of one of the women in his life and how they see him, I guess. So, Golden Boy. In the morning light, all those little things you did, well, they're coming into focus in your head. And the sun across your face makes you look like a golden boy. And I didn't see it coming again. Lionheart and the raging sea, red like blood that you hide from me. Oh, 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 you were right. You got a wild side, and you got a wild side. Oh, 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 it can't be denied. You're like the flood tide, and you got a wild side. Don't you feel all the weight of the world on you when you're holding what you're holding, holding what you're holding inside? It's a crazy thing what real love can do. And you didn't see it coming down the line. Burning coal beneath the ash, I see you now, we can't go back. Oh, 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 you were right. You got a wild side, you got a wild side. Oh, 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 can't be denied. You're like the flood tide, and you got a wild side. Do all those things at night, turn off your tragic light. Do all those things at night, turn off your tragic light. The perfect mask of a common man with a wounded heart and a master plan. Oh, 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 you were right. You got a wild side. You got a wild side. Oh, 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 can't be denied. You're like the flood tide, and you got a wild side. You're like the flood tide, you got a wild side. You're like the flood tide. All right. Thanks. I guess we're doing one more here. All right. What do you feel like doing, babe? You want to do Afterglow? We talked about our sexy folk music, so let's make some sexy folk music happen for you guys. So we wrote this. I wrote this song. I write the songs and then I bring them to Andre, and he makes them sound like they're a song, actually. But I write these songs, and I wrote this one really like an upbeat, like kind of like the one you just heard. It was like this. It was really like poppy, kind of like a Beatles-esque, like modern thing. And I was like, oh. Well, I brought it to our producer, David Boyle, and I played it for him, and he was like, he made his face. He has a face. He was like, I was like, oh, I really like that song. And he's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And, something's wrong. You guys got to go back home and figure out that's just not, music's not matching the lyrics. And so Andre and I took it home, and we woodshit it on the thing, and we were like, how are we going to? So we just slowed it down, and Andre pulled out of his slide, and he starts playing slide, and then all of a sudden it was like a Chris Isaak video, like, like on a beach in black and white with the girl and the sand and the neck and the whole business. And I was like, okay. The neck. I won't show you mine. I'm 45, but her neck. So anyway, so this is what we ended up with, and it's on the new record. And I think it's one of my favorite tracks on the new record. This is called Afterglow. I know you're coming back around. See you turn your head for me. Had a dream you were my baby. We were floating in the sea. You were holding on to me. You got a fire in your eyes, just like the center of the sun. I look away, but it is too late. I am already gone. I know you wanna put your lips against my skin. It makes me feel like I'm 17 again. I wanna stay here in the state that I'm in all night, all night. Take me out for a drive where all the lovers go. Get the stars in my eyes when you move just so. Such a beautiful night, I'm in the afterglow. Oh, oh. Someone told me you were looking for the real thing. I can be your real baby. It's the real that I bring. So blaze a trail with those bright eyes. I will follow around the bends. I had a dream that we were sinking into a love that never ends. I know you wanna put your lips against my skin. It makes me feel like I'm 17 again. I wanna stay here in the state that I am in all night, all night. Take me out for a drive where all the lovers go. Get the stars in my eyes when you move just so. Such a beautiful night, I'm in the afterglow. Oh. I know you wanna put your lips against my skin. It makes me feel like I'm 17 again. I wanna stay here in the state that I'm in all night, all night.
beautiful night. I'm in the afterglow. Oh, oh. Take me out for a drive where all the lovers go. Get the stars in my eyes when you move just so. Such a beautiful night. I'm in the afterglow. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
Keep it going for the Belle sounds, Austin East Siders.
We've got a couple
Fantastic.
fan questions from Facebook. We're needing to wrap up, so I'm going to
Okay.
make this quick. Shout out from Ryan Doty. Noelle and Andre. Love you
Wendy's
guys.
husband. Wendy Colonna's husband.
All right, well, he
They
just
make
wanted
cute
to...
babies. That baby
Oh,
is
they do.
adorable. He's really
Well, he
cute.
just wanted to say he loves y'all.
Love him too.
Heather Miller, if you're watching on Facebook, we're about to wrap up. If you're here in person, we've got a couple more songs from the Belle Sounds.
'Cause we're exclusive like that.
Hint, Facebook. But Heather Miller said at some point, ask Noelle about her jewelry she makes. We don't have much time, but that is interesting. You're a
You
very
made that? That's
multifaceted
gorgeous.
artist.
I have a jewelry line, and now I started making my own clothes. I made this top. This is the third thing I've ever made.
What? That's
Poor
beautiful.
Andre. He's a very patient man because our kitchen table right now has a sewing machine and jewelry making stuff on it at the same time.
I want to
fine.
see you on QVC so bad.
Yes. No, I love that. That's fantastic.
Make my day.
I
And,
have a jewelry line. It's fun. It's
So,
fun.
Facebook commenters, please feel free to send us suggestions. We got a complaint that the props were blocking the musicians, so now they're all blocking the comedians. Thank you for that.
Oh, awesome.
We made a little hybrid.
If anyone wants to complain about the giant baby face,
'Cause I do.
yeah, just you don't have to
Every
credit
time.
me, but like I am a patron. Please get rid of the baby face. Just letting y'all know.
Do you guys have upcoming shows? Where are you going to be?
We actually have a really cool show that, speaking of Wendy Colonna, we're putting on a new music series at 1 to 1, one time a month on a Sunday afternoon, pulling the focus back to women-fronted bands because sometimes we still get a little bit of the short stick, and we want to just focus on the opinions and the thoughts of women that front bands and the way they write songs. I think it's a really amazing way to kind of look at music. It's different. So we're refocusing. So we're playing there on at 1 to 1 on August 26th with Allie Holder, who did your show.
Yeah, we love her too.
Yeah, she's going to open, and then we're going to play with our full band after that. And it starts at 3. The doors are at 3 p.m. and we'll be wrapped up by 6 p.m. Very special seated show with interviews by Barbara Nesbitt. So it's a really cool thing. So that's our next major show.
Cool. And
Yeah,
you got
and then
an
we're
album
playing. Then we're
coming
playing
out?
Empire Control Room and some other stuff. So
I love the Empire.
you can check our website; it'll all be on there.
They got a good social. Yeah, their website's beautiful. So
Thank
check it out. Claude, do you have upcoming shows?
Every Thursday, I have an upcoming show, Hops and Grain, right here in Austin. 8 o'clock, Hops and Grain, just stand-up comedy showcase. I host it. It's fantastic because I picked them out myself, so obviously it's amazing.
Clearly.
And I am also going to be on a show called Low and Inside at one of our favorite venues, the Velveeta Room.
Yes.
Or the
Oh,
Velve
Velveeta.
if you're cool. I'm not cool, so I say the
I just
Velveeta
can't
Room.
spell it, so I have to just type out the Velve.
Oh, yeah. But
It's
this
hard.
Friday at 11, you can come see me and a bunch of other comedians. 11 o'clock at the
It's a
Velve.
great. It's like baseball stand-up.
I
It's
just
really
found
cool.
that out today. I
It's
thought it was
awesome.
just going to be a regular stand-up comedy show,
It's
and then I'm
good.
like, oh crap, I'm going to have to figure something out. If there's a whole theme or something, I don't
It
know.
is. Check it out. Also, you can come see me at Esther's Follies any weekend. Love
Becky,
you guys.
Joe, do you have any upcoming shows?
Just only the 5 I have to do
Sorry.
every week for
I
50
felt
weeks
rude
a
that I
year.
didn't
Someone
ask
come
you.
see me. I'd like to give everybody give yourself a round of applause for showing out tonight. Thank you so much to Austin Eastsiders, 9 Banded Whiskey, Tequila 512, Fourth Tap, our concert club goers, our VIPs, our Patreons. We love you and we need you so much. We adore you. Thanks for liking and sharing and Facebooking. We really appreciate you. We are about to leave Facebook Live so that they can play a couple more songs for our live audience.
sad.
Little nerds. No,
Thank
but
you
we
for
love you
watching.
anyway. Yeah, so next week you can see what do we have? Selfless Lovers at the Austin Music Foundation. That's what we're doing next week. So please come out. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause for the Belle Sounds one more time. Goodbye, Facebook. Thank you, Claudia, Amy, and all of our volunteers. Good night.